Hi everybody, Zach Drax, and welcome back to another episode reaction of the Apothecary Diaries. Today we're moving on episode 19 and going on from there. And man, we had probably the biggest reveal to date of the show last time. So if you're actually not familiar with what happened in the last episode, this is the spoiler warning, guys, for you to check out first before you move on, because I'm going to tell you guys right now what that spoiler is. Regarding Lakan, the monocle man that I've been kind of questioning since his introduction, whether he's good or bad, what his intentions are, what his desires are, we finally formally learned last episode that he is the birth father of MAOMAO, and he is now trying to purchase her from Jinshi, and we don't really know why yet, but just that whole revelation is just shocking to me. It's shocking to MAOMAO, who realized his name at the very end and seems to have been avoiding him this whole time throughout her life. She basically wants nothing to do with Lakan, and she told Jinshi that much in not so many words, so we don't know yet what's going to be happening next with this big reveal, but I'm here for it, guys. Hopefully you are too. I'm so excited to continue on, so thank you so much for joining me. As always, it means a lot that you're here. And if you haven't already, please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel for more reactions coming soon. We do have a Patreon as well. We can help support the channel, so feel free to check it out. The link is in the description below. And thank you to those of you that have already done so. On Patreon, you can view this episode directly for just $1 a month. It's done edited and unfiltered. It means a lot if you consider, so please do if you can. And here we go with episode 19 of the Apothecary Diaries. Let's go. All right, yeah, guys, right into our credits, and I'm still like blown away a bit about that whole reveal. But just her reaction, like the whole episode was kind of like not literally name dropping Lakan. It was just calling him like a weirdo or this man, you know, saying like something like that. So she didn't pick up on the cues that it was actually him. But once near the end of the episode, they finally said his name. She got like real suspicious, real cautious and alert, and like Jinshi picked up on it right away and like basically said she told him like, no, I don't want anything to do with him, and he was like, yeah, this guy wants to meet with you, and she's like, no. Like, in not so many words, of course, but it tells me that this guy is not a good guy. Like, his intentions are nefarious or ill-intended for MAOMAO or something like that. I'm really intrigued to see what is going to happen, and I want to know more about the story of how she ended up with the apothecary, the old man that is her adoptive father now. Like, how did that all come to be? Like, I'm hoping we get that story soon. You know, who else knows? Is it all big secret to MAOMAO? Like, I don't know, man. I want to know more is what I'm trying to say. But, yeah, I'm excited to see more, too. Let's go. Ready? I love like the turn over the shoulder and they glance at each other. They did that in opening one as well.
Scheduled ceremony taking place in the mid-afternoon.
Right.
Yeah, that look, man. Shocked to the core.
I know you have a lot on your mind, but you mustn't let it affect you.
Master Lihaku, what's wrong?
We've got a problem on our hands. You remember that warehouse fire a while back?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, looks like a different warehouse got robbed on the same night. They probably took advantage of
it was
all
a
the noise and
diversion.
chaos. No one saw a thing.
So a crime of opportunity then. What was it that the thieves stole?
So it wasn't a simple accident of lighting up. It was
Not something to discuss openly, it seems.
It was planted, which we had the idea already that this was like intentional.
It was ceremonial equipment. Thieves lifted a whole set of tools. The last overseer passed away over a year ago now. Seems like without him a lot's been slipping.
What about the new one? He has to know the basics of the job, right?
You'd think. But food poisoning took him out of commission a little while back. He got sick one night eating his favorite seaweed and has not awoken since. Which, as you can imagine, isn't helping with the organizational skill gap.
The seaweed, it's
Why
all
does that
connected.
sound so familiar? This official of yours. Does he happen to have a taste for rare
Lihaku
foods?
needs to be
Wait,
the new
how do you
official.
know that?
Keeping
That's
everybody
kind
in
of a
line.
long story. A theft taking place during a fire. A warehouse manager conveniently absent due to food poisoning. Coincidence after coincidence.
It's too fishy.
What can you tell me about the previous manager?
They took
the one
out the
who passed away
eyes
last year?
so they can sneak in. They had the diversion to get what they wanted.
Obsessive about doing things by the book. I forget his name, but I think he was widely known for having a sweet tooth or something.
Was it Master Conan by any chance?
Yeah, that was his name.
I heard about it from Master Jinshi, the official with a sweet tooth, who ironically died of a salt overdose. Could these really all be coincidences?
Oh, it's all
In
coming
isolation,
together
each
again,
incident
man.
does appear accidental, but when viewed as a whole,
All
they're
these
like stitches in a
accidents,
tapestry
and I use
still
that
being
like
woven.
really loosely,
So is there a reason you're telling me this?
were not
Of course.
accidents.
The point.
And it's
Do you
all
remember
part of this
ivory
big
pipe that you
plot.
handed off to me?
Oh yeah, from the fire.
I tried to have it returned, but the owner flat out refused to take it back. Said he didn't want it. Apparently, it was just given to him by a lady of the court.
By a lady of the court?
Sounds off, doesn't it? He claims he found the lady walking alone one night and escorted her outside the castle, concerned for her general well-being, naturally. She gave him the pipe as a token of gratitude for his kindness.
Orchestrating a fire to divert the guards' attention and pilfering another warehouse in the chaos. Could that be the reason this mysterious court lady gifted the patrolman the pipe?
I tried to get as much detail as I could, but unfortunately it was dark and she had a scarf covering her face.
Perhaps she was shielding her features more
Yeah, I
from
mean, the
onlookers
guard
than
gets
the
a
elements.
fancy pipe, and of course
Maybe.
he's going to want to light it up
All we
and
know
use
for
it,
sure is
and
that she
that
was quite
sets
tall
the
for a woman
ablaze,
and
you know,
smelled
and
a
that's
bit
just
like medicine.
another
Does anyone come
moment,
to
a
mind?
chain
You
of
don't fit the
events,
height,
you know, it's
and
just
medicine's
crazy.
your
It's so
thing,
cool.
I figured I'd ask.
A tall-statured lady of the court, smelling of medicine. Two coincidences can often occur simultaneously. Three at once isn't unusual either. But when many coincidences manifest one on top of the other, intent emerges in the overlap.
Yep.
In this case, we may find that what connects them is a certain tall court lady.
Amazing! You know you're a lot smarter than you look, you little pipsqueak.
Conversely, Master Lihaku, you are every bit the brute you appear to be. Now stop hitting me.
Having fun without me. Having fun without me.
Oh my.
Having fun without me.
Lurking in the
I
shadows.
promise I'm having zero fun.
I'll take my leave now. Farewell!
Would you like to know the details of our conversation?
Yes, he would.
A strange collection of events, to be sure.
Indeed.
So then, what do you think is behind them?
I don't know. It's hard to say with any certainty just what was by design and what was simply by chance.
You see, just the other day, I stopped by the local trader. He had quite a fascinating item in stock. I don't suppose you recognize the name.
Spazor! A medicinal bovine gallstone! A coveted curative found but once in 1,000 cows! You would grant me this rare and priceless remedial treasure? Seriously? You wouldn't lie to me, right?
He knows what you like.
I do!
MAOMAO?
You'll really give this to me, no joke?
You bring me results, and it's as good as yours.
Okay, so now the task is on to figure this all out
As you wish, Master Jinshi.
for some kind of
Very well, Gaoshun.
mystery item.
Give her
I
what
don't know
she
what it
needs.
is.
Found some more for you.
Perfect, thank you.
No need. If you have any questions about anything, I am happy to help.
Well, I am curious about this division.
Board of Rites. They're the ones that deal with logistics surrounding ceremonies.
Oh, and the ceremony items?
Fetch me something to write with, quick!
Of course.
The food poisoned official and Master Conan were both involved in administration of court ceremony. So if the pipe incident was intended as a diversion for the theft of ceremonial equipment, then these events, disguised as coincidences, must be in service of something bigger than mere larceny.
If you're interested in ceremonies, perhaps this would intrigue you. It's the altar of the sapphire sky at the west end of the outer court. Vibrant banners fixed across its length, draped down above the altar. They lower the pillar ahead of festivities to change out the decorative texts.
You know a lot about this.
Sorry. It shames me to admit it, but before I was assigned to the archives, I was actually on the Board of Rites myself. I offered my thoughts a touch too freely to my superiors once and got demoted.
Poor guy.
I was quite concerned with the issue of its build strength, but I guess it has held up better than I expected. Even though a series of floor-anchored tethers keeps it aloft, the pillar itself is humongous. I was convinced it was an accident waiting to happen. But when I voiced my
Dude,
concerns
someone's
about
gonna
it,
cause that
I
accident.
was bumped down to Archivist and reassigned here.
If the tethering holding the payload in place were to break, and the pillar crashed down to the floor below, then the person conducting the ceremony beneath would be pulverized. Someone of truly noble birth could be lost.
We're looking at like an
Issue of
assassination
strength.
attempt?
Of strength.
Like on the
I
Emperor or
wonder,
something?
what were the ceremonial tools they stole anyway? If they were of such pressing importance, you'd think they'd just replace them. Replace them. Excuse me. When are they conducting the next
it's
ceremony
bridging
at
to the
Sapphire
brothers.
Sky Altar?
When, you say? Well, it seems they're having one today.
Let's go! Stop this thing. Something's gonna happen.
If I'm right, then this is a conspiracy that's been constructed with meticulous patience. Not every gambit would have played out as they'd hoped. But by creating consistent possibilities for success, enough of them were bound to coalesce and connect to this. Almost there.
So nervous.
Hey! Hold it. Where are you going?
Let her through.
I need to get in. It's an emergency.
That's enough, servant. You've no business being here.
But if something happens, it'll be too late for anything but regret. That's always the case with things that can't be undone. People's lives are at stake here. Let me
He's
stop
working
the
for
ceremony.
Jinshi. Let her through.
That's not your decision to make, girl. But if you can't keep your opinions to yourself, then go stick them in the suggestion box.
We don't have time for that! Whoever is inside of there is in imminent danger! And if you don't let me do something about it, their death will be on your head! You hear me?
Come on.
How can you still be so indifferent after everything I just told you, huh? Or could it be that you already knew about this?
Oh,
That's it.
playing that
That's
card.
why you're obstructing me. You don't want anyone to stop it from
Now
happening,
he'll let her
do
through.
you? Which means you must be in league with the saboteurs yourself, right?
Oh, no. Oh, my God. I was not expecting that. Either this guy is involved or he has a big ego
I think I
problem
might pass out.
and just can't handle a
Hard
woman
thing for
telling him what to
proud man
do.
swallow an insult
That's
from a little
terrible.
girl like me.
He needs to get
He acted
fired.
exactly the way I wanted him to.
Or what? Or worse. Yeah, I don't even know. That's gosh,
It's not
man.
enough, though. Commotion of this size won't stop the ceremony.
Oh, jeez.
Pull yourself up. You can't afford to lose consciousness yet.
Show him you're not phased.
You feel better now? You are stationed out here because there's a highborn noble in there, correct? If any harm should befall them, every one of you will pay with your own heads! I won't ask
Listen
you
to
cancel
her.
the
My God,
ceremony.
man.
Please, just let me through.
Oh,
let whatever
jeez.
consequences be on my head alone!
You would have me trust the word of some hysterical little girl.
Would my word be sufficient?
Oh, come on. They're gonna meet.
Sir, this is...
Tell me something. How could a self-respecting soldier strike a harmless young girl? You have hurt her. At any rate, why don't you do as the young lady desires and kindly step aside? I'll assume responsibility.
I want to see who's behind me. Timing's too
He's
convenient
doing
to
this
ignore.
just to get in her
No.
favor.
I can't be
He doesn't
sidetracked by
actually care
superfluous details.
at all.
I need to focus on
It's
what I
all
came
about
here
her.
for.
God, her whole face is
have
probably
to
like
get through this with
numb
my
and
head
everything.
intact.
It's oh my God! Looked like Jinshi too, but his hair was short. Oh no!
Need to stitch that.
Hey,
Oh, it is him!
any chance you want to tell me what's going on here?
Master Jinshi, can I have the ox bezoar now?
She's probably real glad she saved it.
That's where your mind is right now.
Oh my God, he's gonna be so mad that her face is hurt.
How did this happen?
Why is Master Jinshi here? And why does he have such a sad look in his eyes?
Because you're hurt.
My apologies, but I have to tend to my leg now.
Oh my god.
Hey, come on. Please stay with me. Please.
In a world like pre-CPR and everything, like, you don't know what you can even do, and it's so terrifying when someone just faints. You know, you don't know enough about the body and everything to like I don't know. He's that's why he's so worried. You know, carrying her out in front of all the evil, mean men that just didn't give her the time of day. Oh, look at this showdown here now. That wide eye, he looks like upset. He looks like I don't feel like he is concerned for her. I feel like maybe he's in on it more than we realize too. Maybe he set all this in motion to either kill Jinshi or to come off as I care to MAOMAO and like, hey, I tried to help you. I let you through. Like, that counts for something, you know, and like he's going to use that against her or to get more involved than he actually is. Something like that I feel is going to happen. Like, I don't trust Lakan anymore at all. He is up to no good and he's out for himself. Till the show proves otherwise, man. Like, I don't know. Oh my God, I hope she's got to be okay, but like it's gonna take some time to heal. And he's determined. He's gonna figure out how this happened, who did it, and he's gonna unleash his power and fury on everybody involved. It's gonna be awesome. Maybe that's why Lakan's scared a little bit, because he like, if they find out that he's involved or is, I don't even know if he is for sure, but like I feel like he might be. I don't know. I get that impression. We're gonna move on to the next one, guys, and see more. See how this all goes. This is crazy. I'm so crazy. Let's just go into the next one. Here we go. All right, She Is Awake, episode 20. Let's go.
Is that sandalwood incense? Meaning I'm in Master Jinshi's bedroom.
Gave her the king bed. Sweet. Only the best for her. He cares. He does really care about her. We know that much.
Oh, good. So you're finally awake then. Your leg needed 15 stitches.
Ouch.
Master Jinshi said you should heal up here, since it's infinitely better than the infirmary.
Now then, there's the small matter of how you ended up there, and how you had deduced that the pillar was about to fall. I was hoping you would explain.
More than happy to. The event was caused by multiple coincidences converging. However, based on the evidence, I am convinced each of them was intentionally linked, which would make it a conspiracy rather than some unfortunate accident. During the ceremony, the pillar above the altar was held up by wires and fixed onto the floor with metal parts. If the goal was to make it look like an accident, then naturally, you would target those fixtures.
Even if someone did steal those parts, replacements would have been constructed.
I know, and that's precisely what occurred. They were reconstructed by the skilled artisan. And what if those parts were designed to break when exposed to heat?
Just like the brothers.
We're talking about metal, idiot. It doesn't melt if it's been just...
He saw it firsthand.
Now you're
This is
saying
cool,
a metal
man.
worker was involved
Like,
in this
too
elaborate
good.
conspiracy too?
No. I'm convinced he was ignorant of the plot and simply built the metal parts as ordered. If an accident had occurred soon after, the metal worker would be suspicious. But if you eliminate him beforehand, nothing's left to chance. The customer's identity and the process of making the alloy stay secret, which would be ideal for the mastermind.
So you're saying someone had him killed?
I can't say that for sure. But perhaps. And that's the extent of what I know.
I understand.
Anyway, I never expected Master Jinshi was going to be present at the ceremony, if it had continued as planned. Who is this man, really?
My eyes and ears and senses and everything are pointing at Lakan, man. He's the mastermind, orchestrate. He's the bad seed that showed up, and then all this started happening. You know, she's involved in some way too. We don't know much yet about her.
Nothing to do with me.
Like, I feel like it's like Lakan being,
Yes?
okay, if this works, then Jinshi dies, and I can buy my daughter outright, you know? And if it doesn't succeed and he lives, then I have an in with MAOMAO because I helped her.
We won't get much out of her, though.
He wins either way.
An officer of justice entered her room, but she had already taken poison. The doctors have finished with their examination and confirmed that she is dead.
She managed to pull off all those complicated steps by herself?
Well, anyway, the mystery's been solved. I'll see you.
It's too easy.
She took poison and died. Is it really that simple? The way she spoke, like she was testing me.
I will be planting morning glories here.
She's knowledgeable about that stuff, though, right?
Resurrection medicine.
Oh.
It'll kill me not knowing. I have to be sure. I have an urgent request.
If possible, I'd like to speak to the doctor. The one who had examined the corpse. Over at the morgue, please.
What's with that huge grin?
I'm overwhelmed with curiosity.
There's no need for you to enter the room with her, Master Jinshi.
Where the apothecary goes, so will I.
My apologies for making you wait.
I knew this doctor did the examination. A court lady he seemed close to is dead.
Oh, it's that guy.
Serious crimes. No wonder he's worn out. So allow me to be blunt with you.
Is he in on this?
The poison the lady had ingested, did it happen to contain the ingredient thorn apple?
Let me think.
There's a small hill located near the stable. Did she not cultivate thorn apple there?
It's quite likely given her symptoms, but I can't say with absolute certainty.
Let's find out.
Let's do it.
Stop! What are you...
Would you shut up and just watch?
Sweetie, that isn't her!
Oh, jeez.
It can't be! I swear, I saw her body myself. She had passed on.
She faked her death
heart
and
was
switched
silent.
a body, and like now she's loose and on the run.
In other words, she used your feelings for her to exploit you.
Yep.
I'm willing to bet you never once thought to cut her open and find out what poison she used.
Why switch bodies in the first place?
Even if the coffin was supposed to be burned, it would be suspicious if it was empty.
The question is, who moved Suire's corpse? Carrying it out would have caused a scene.
There's no reason to go through the trouble.
Meaning what?
Yep. She just woke up.
She was more than capable of walking out on her own.
Wow.
But wasn't she dead?
There's a certain
For a short
drug that
time.
can make a person appear lifeless.
Only mostly dead.
Are you aware of it?
There have been rumors, but
Catch
it's
my
nothing more than
Princess Bride
fantasy.
reference, guys.
And what have you heard?
Only that the drug is said to exist in a faraway land.
Oh my god, man, this is crazy.
Something wrong?
Master Gaoshun, would you be kind enough to investigate the empty coffins?
There are nail holes.
That must have been the one Suire was actually waiting inside of.
You would have to be out of your mind employing such a risky method.
If she had been caught, she would have been executed anyway. If we waited another day, this body would have been burnt and her victory would have been complete.
Wow.
Not happening on my watch. The two of us have to converse. Imagine the intellect it took to make so many crimes look like accidents. The courage needed to pull it off. Most of all, the nerves of steel it required to put her own life on the line and deceive us all.
I'll learn how to make that elixir. She'll teach me willingly or I'll force her.
Maniacal laugh, man. Let's go.
Pardon.
What is it?
So we have like this character like
Can we get my legs
just
stitched
as
up again?
knowledgeable as
I believe the
MAOMAO
word
with
reopened.
everything, all the poisons and
didn't you mention
flowers
that
and all that
earlier?
stuff, but now she's using it for ill, you know, like for not good intentions, and it's like
Lady
the
Lauren,
the second side of the same coin kind of thing, you know, like that's awesome.
In the end, we kept the Suire incident under wraps. But a great many things about her still remain unclear.
She'll be back.
I made sure MAOMAO got back home.
Sorry to trouble you.
We can't afford to let her wound open up again.
So, the rear palace tomorrow?
Yes. If you don't like it, don't force yourself to drink it.
It's my obligation. My duty as a eunuch.
Well, if you wish to appear older, then you shouldn't hold your nose when in public.
The refined mannerisms, heavenly smiles, voice like honey, all a disguise. When the current emperor inherited the rear palace, Jinshi, this 24-year-old man, became a eunuch. That was 5 years ago. Every day, I drink this to suppress my manhood.
Keep taking it, and one day you will become impotent.
Hey, the same goes for you!
All of my children are grown adults. Actually, I've been blessed with a new grandchild.
So your eldest went and made you a grandfather?
My youngest son is ready to be married too, but...
Youngest as in Basan? The boy's only 19.
That's right. 19, just like you.
Jinshi the eunuch is 24 years old.
Wow. So is he even a eunuch? Like, he's lying about everything?
How are you, Master Jinshi?
Much better after seeing this new outfit of yours.
You are
It's
truly
all a mask.
kind.
It's all a facade.
While the Emperor sees concubine Lolan often, he doesn't find her very appealing. The concubine's father happens to be an important high-ranking official and the previous Empress Dowager's favorite. He needs to be careful around her. Concubine Lishu is in a similar situation. The Empress Dowager who gave birth to the current Emperor when she was just a girl also gave birth to another child. This was 10-odd years later. At the time, the doctor was by her side continuously. Naturally, the birth took place without incident. However, concubine Adwo was with child at around the same time and received no attention.
And that was the whole issue with
she lost her womb, and the current emperor lost his firstborn.
MAOMAO's adoptive father. Gosh, man, it's all connected too.
He should simply father a new crown prince already.
You're here. Sorry
Oh
for my
my
state.
gosh, man, so much to
Pardon me for saying
unpack.
so,
I
but
gotta
you seem
like
exhausted.
process
Come on,
all
ladies.
this.
Get back to work, all of you.
Of course, ma'am. The truth is...
So I'm needed there?
Indeed. It seems concubine Gyokyo's lunar cycle has stopped.
Lunar cycle. In other words, she might be pregnant. Men aren't allowed entrance into the rear palace, meaning there's no chance I'd run into that man whose name I can't even say. I wonder if Master Jinshi is looking out for me.
He's probably, yeah, I was gonna say he's probably aware of that
Taste for
too.
poisons again.
Oh my.
Keeping her away
Someone
from
is in a good
Lakan.
mood.
Me? No, not at all. And so I returned to life in the rear palace. Nothing much has changed. I'm still tasting for poisons every day. It's safe to eat. Besides the pause in her cycle, there's no evidence yet. Between this and the events with concubine Adwo, perhaps he's more than just a lecherous old man.
He seems like a good emperor. Like you
He
could
no
talk
longer
to
has
him and
concubine
explain
Adwo as a
things, and
trusted
he'd listen, not just
She's been
shun
replaced
you
by a
away.
quirky girl who could cause the emperor a political headache.
I don't know.
Hey, did you hear? What? One of the three princesses. The rumor is that some man is going to buy her out.
Bought out? Who?
Oh, I feel like the man that they're talking about is Lakan. Like, he's gonna do something to weasel his way into that area of the palace to get back in MAOMAO's face. I don't know, man. I don't trust him at all. The episode really put it all. Like, all the events that happened, they put it all on that one woman, and I'm of course blank on her name at the moment, but you know who I'm talking about, the one that faked her death. She is like the mastermind doing all this and making it all happen. And yes, I'm sure she was the one that passed off the pipe and did, was involved, but like, you have to ask why. Like, what was her intentions there? What did she want out of it all? Like, I'm still like under the impression like maybe Lakan is involved too. Maybe he hired her to do all this stuff, or maybe they're working together or something. Like, I'm not like ready to just say, oh, it wasn't him. and just her, like, I feel like it could be both of them, or it could be him, you know, manipulating her or using her to make all this happen too. Like, I'm super suspicious of him. I don't like him right now. I don't know if that'll change. I have no idea, but MAOMAO wants nothing to do with him. So I'm taking her side, and we're just going to say no thank you to Lakan. No thank you to Monocle Man. We are done with you. Let's see a little preview. Oh, there's those muscles we've been seeing in the credits.
Next time, how to buy out a contract.
Oh, okay. I don't know what to say, guys. This episode had so much to unpack. In addition to everything that Jinshi revealed, like, I gotta rewatch all that because I feel like I missed parts of it. I gotta, like, process it all. We're gonna talk about it next time, guys, in the next episode reaction. Like, oh, I am blown away. It's crazy, and it's just, I can't. I'm at a loss for words of, like, how to process all of this right now. So I'm gonna go do that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please drop a comment down below. It means a lot, and we will see you next time, guys. If you haven't already, please also like this video and subscribe as well. We have so much on the channel, guys, and so much more coming. Thank you again, guys. Have a great one, and we will see you next time.